again with Forever Football Show. We're going to transition to talk about the Champions League, but before that, just one more thing to close on the MLS. Let's talk a little bit about the playoff. It's still far ahead, and we are already making the math here if the Sounders can make it or not, but we actually have a correction, or at least more information to share about the MLS playoff and how it all pans out. Last week we mentioned some things that was not completely clear. Fans called in and asked us for a little bit, and now we have the full description here. Aaron, why don't you flash there, and we're going to start explaining how does this all work. So we have now 10 teams out of all the teams
out of 18, yeah.
Out of 18, 10 can go to the playoffs.
No, so actually overall we have 10, yes. But in the actual playoffs, after you get out of the
There's a
playoffs
play-in.
the play-ins to get to the playoffs, yeah.
So 10 teams, 3 leaders of each conference,
Yeah.
plus the 4 top-seeded teams.
Yep.
That forms the group of 10.
Yep.
And from there, how does it work? The third of each and the other 4 teams do a play-in kind of thing. Is that how it works?
Yeah, so the 4 wild cards have a play-in.
Those are the ones in the play-in.
And then once they're inserted by overall seeding to play against the number ones from the West and the East. So
that corrects a little bit for it gives a little bit of advantage for being the top of your league.
Yeah. So I mean the seeding does matter more this year, which is good to see. But there is still a little bit of that kind of unfairness, you might say, because of the conference system. But it is a little bit more balanced approach.
Yeah. Look, in the end of the story, just the fact that you go back to elimination rounds after a long season, I think it even if the team had been the champion or first or not, it ends up being momentum. Whoever is best, and typically we've seen teams that sprint to the end and manage to just barely make it in. We saw Real Salt Lake being the champions 2 years ago like that.
Yeah.
And so some advantage, but it's still a lottery.
And I mean, if you line it up so that like last year's playoffs and fit it to this season, the Sounders wouldn't be facing LA in the playoffs of the first round, which makes sense, because Sounders finishing where they did and LA finishing where they did, just
at least that.
So history would have been
it was almost an advantage to finish a slot or 2 below where the Sounders did last season.
Yeah,
so.
but still, I don't like the playoff system.
And I agree with you, but it's
a little bit fair. It's a little bit more fair. Yeah.
Let's fly all the way then to Europe now, and take a look at first the champions, right? Because that's what was news all over during the week, and Filippo, you had bet against Inter Milan.
Yeah, absolutely, huge surprise. Actually, Leonardo is great. That's what I have to tell. Everybody now is everybody's exalting him in Italy, and actually I think it's impossible to do better than what he's doing. So he is Inter's coach in the last 15 games, and he won the last 13 games. And his team scored 2.2 goals each game, and is just 2 points behind AC Milan. And we will talk later about Serie A. And most of all, they are in the quarterfinals in Champions League.
Yeah.
And after losing 1-0 in Milan, they went to Bayern to Munich, and they defeated them 3-2. So it was an amazing game.
Reverting a tough game that they were losing 2-1.
Absolutely, and
with a big failure from their goalkeeper Julius Cesar,
and actually
seems
to me to see again Mourinho's squad on the field. They had the same enthusiasm of playing together like a team. Of course, it's not like Barcelona, but still they are a bunch of wonderful players working all together, and actually they got what they deserved. And
I'm positively surprised with Leonardo. I didn't think last year that he was that good, but it's also he had very, very poor human material to work with.
Absolutely,
Milan
actually, he did what it was his best last year with AC Milan.
Yeah.
So the average age last year for AC Milan was 33 years.
Yeah, and he managed to put Milan in the Champions League after 1 year skipping it with the previous coach.
So anyway, in my opinion, that was the big surprise Inter Milan that went to Munich and beat Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Then after
when Bayern seemed to have it under control too.
Yeah, exactly.
Show that composure to come back like that from
Yeah,
2-1
exactly.
down.
And Pandev was scoring like
Yeah.
crazy too. Like
Yeah, it
what a
was.
beautiful goal.
Yeah, it's nice, right? But yeah, but there is just a player over everybody, which is Eto'o. What a great player he is. He
And
scored.
what a buy for Inter Milan.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible. I think that they traded him for Ibrahimovic, and last year they won everything with him. He's such a wonderful player.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and then we know, and then no other surprise actually. Um, uh,
So how are the brackets looking like
So
now with all this?
now is Inter Milan with the Schalke, so another German teams for them, and I think they have pretty good chance to go ahead. Then the other team is the most interesting one is Manchester United
And
versus
Chelsea.
Chelsea. So and who wants between these two last two that I mentioned goes to play the semi-final. So the other group is Tottenham versus Real Madrid, with Real Madrid totally favorite um, um, for this game. Actually, Real Madrid was able to beat Lione, which was kind of surprised because it was called the Black
Lyon,
Beast. The Black
Lyon was
Beast.
there,
Yeah.
LA Galaxy.
Yeah, exactly. And then the last one is Shakhtar Donetsk and Barcelona. Would be nice because potentially we can have Inter versus Chelsea. That is my prediction, and Real Madrid versus Barcelona as a semi-final will be great.
That would be great. And we can have a final in London between two London teams.
Eh,
If Tottenham and Chelsea advance all
right.
the way.
Yeah, I doubt. I totally doubt about
Tottenham
Tottenham.
getting past
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
Madrid.
Chelsea's coming back.
Chelsea's coming back.
Chelsea's coming back, but I don't know. I don't think Tottenham has.
By the way, the Brazilian's goal today was phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, it's nice, and that's what we were hoping for the Champions League, and really I'm looking forward to see Barcelona Real Madrid. Really, I'm hoping that.
So let's close this segment just for a quick bit, and then when we come back, we'll go to talk about the local leagues in Europe. Stay with us for Football Show.